a group of men and women in that locker room. I just want to get that out, man. I tell you what, I'm so proud of that group. On the road, in the division, down like we were, momentum certainly not in our favor for most of the game, and just what a blessing to be a part of that group in there.
So my title is Coordinator of Player Services. I'm a sports scientist.
I work in college scouting.
I'm an offensive coaching intern with the Bills. I played when I was a kid. I played when I was 9 and 10. And then going into high school, I tried to play again and was told no, that they were not ready to have a female. I started coaching in high school a few years ago and kind of thought that was going to be the cap for me. Eventually got involved in the Women's Careers in Football Forum that was put on by the NFL. And I met Coach McDermott, and he had offered an opportunity to come and shadow for a couple days if that was something I was interested in. And when I followed up with that, he kind of countered the offer and said, why don't you come and intern for training camp?
So I'm from just south of London in England, and my background was working as a sports scientist in soccer. And then when the opportunity arose to come over to Buffalo, initially to start working in hockey, I jumped at the chance of trying a different sport. And likewise then, when I got the opportunity to come over to the Bills and start working in football, it just seemed like a really exciting opportunity in a very forward-thinking organisation that I didn't want to turn down.
We have a dietitian, scouting, equipment. We have several in the training room. Our sports science, and she's from England, coaching and football operations. We had several during camp, and we have one for the season. And then player engagement. We're looking for the best ones, and maybe at some point we run across one for strength or and/or the video department.
I went to school at University of New England. We established a coaching minor. So my professor, we were just talking about what kind of sport I would like to work with, said why don't you just do football? So my pathway to the NFL changed, but my overall goal was always to be here.
As we all know, football is a hard sport to get into. We want to hire the best. We want to hire people that can help us win. And so when they see women in these positions, it's because they are the best person for that job.
Especially having Kim as an owner, they're very progressive. I think they're not just progressive with women, I think they're progressive across the board with diversity. And I know Sean's been a key aspect in helping with that diversity with the start of Phoebe and then bringing Callie in.
We have normalized the culture here. I think ultimately you don't stand out and you're like, oh, the Bills have a lot of women in these football-specific roles. You don't think that. You say, LY's really good at her job. Joe's really good at her job. That's all it is. These are the best people for the position, and that's what it is. It just happens to be a great group of women in the same building. When I was young, women didn't coach, and it was hard to envision yourself in that role. Whereas now what we're doing for young girls is being able to say this is a career profession. This is something you can pursue. It's not just a dream, it's attainable.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a trailblazer. People have done that before me. I'm stepping in, I'm continuing the trend.
Just so lucky to be in an organisation that does treat people like family. Coach McDermott always reiterates that here we are a family, and you do get that feeling. They all fit the roles perfectly. As I watch the interaction with our players, they are all very well accepted, both in the player, coaches, business side. Everybody accepts them because they're professionals at what they do.
If you have people all from the same background, I think you miss different perspectives, different ideals, different experiences that people have had along the way.
Working across different countries, across different teams and different sports, I do believe that the NFL is at the forefront of being diverse and having women in roles that they deserve to be in.
My hope is that we get to a point where the culture is so welcoming that women are no longer intimidated to try and take that step. That's where I hope we can get.